What's up, man?
Showing you, Mr. Gift.
Yeah, can you believe it? It's a week already, man. A week.
It's been a positive week, I hope.
Yeah.
So, I guess we have to greet the people. You know, we can't be that ochaskakwanasad. Good evening, good morning.
How's it, guys? Welcome back to our podcast, Old Yet New. This is our second episode, by the way.
As you know, I'm your co-host, JB, and
Maji.
So I want Maji to introduce our new title for the week. I'm going to let you spin off.
Today we are discussing being South African. Yeah. How was your week so far?
It was long, Mona. It's always long. You always know it's a long week. Yeah, especially when it's
your weekend. Your weekend.
Oh, it's weekend.
And you look so different without your beard, man. Yes. Can you guys realize? So what happened with your beard?
Let me tell you guys the very sad story. But let's just take a sip. I need to prepare myself emotionally.
Now you look like me, man.
I look like a child,
Baby bumps.
Now I'm red. Guys, so what happened? So, I love showering late night.
But when you send me that picture.
I think I'll add the picture there. For reference.
Yeah. The one where you have beard and the other one without your beard. Yes.
So with beard, I'll see if I can edit it, and I'll maybe put like the beard photo there, and I'll be like, no beard here, and I'll put the photo there. I'll try my best. So I love late night showers. I'm not sure if anyone in the audience or you can agree with on a late night shower before you just get into bed.
Man. They're so refreshing.
So I'm in the shower and I'm water blasting on the hottest of hot, just chilling there in the shower now. It's like, you know what, I feel like the beard is a bit long.
Yeah.
I feel I need to trim the sides to just make everything line up at least on here, and I was like, okay. So I bought myself a new razor blade from...
Yeah, the one you got the other day when you were at Shoprite.
Yes, I bought myself another one. I have like 3 of them now. I don't use the other 2 anymore. I don't know why. I can refill them and everything, but I'm lazy, man. Laziness. So I bought the new one, put in the new thing, the new blade, and I'm like, okay. And then while I was shaving here, I don't know what happened with my feet. I went like this.
You slipped?
Yes, so
you almost killed yourself.
So I'm not sure if you can see, but with my beard, you'll see there's like a little part here somewhere that's missing more hair than it's supposed to be. So when I did this move, the blade went like this, and I hit myself in the neck as well. Me not worried about hitting myself in the neck or bleeding to death. I look in the mirror and
you're worried about your beard.
I'm like, no, this can't be. No, and I almost started crying then. I was like, fuck. So I ran, grabbed the clippers, tried to make everything at least line up a bit. I put it in a 1. I was like, it's not working. It's not working. And if I trim any closer with the razor, it's gonna look like I have an arrow pointing down to my my chest. So I was like, fuck. We'll just take everything off, or whatever is everything left. So I shaved, and I was like, I'll keep the goatee. And I was like, nah, I don't actually want to keep... I love the mustache look, but I feel I look like...
You remember the face that Walter White's wife, she had on that episode where Walter first shaved his beard? That was my exact reaction. I was like, this guy said he's not going to shave his beard until October. What's going on?
Till November. So yeah, so shit happened. I'm beardless now.
When I almost attending a funeral next week. I will be attending your funeral, man.
For?
If that razor went a little bit further.
It would have been this week, not even next week.
But I will be eating sandwiches, man. Yeah. Why you guys eat sandwiches at your funeral? That's one part of
being South
African. I want to understand.
The different culture things.
The different culture things, man. Yes.
So I've been to black funerals before, and of course I've been at white funerals before, but
yeah.
White funerals, it's so depressing. So I'm gonna use a story now, especially what happened at one white funeral. It was my grandfather's funeral, way back when he died of cancer and whatnot.
But I like it. You guys don't spend so much like.
Let me explain to you what happened. So our ceremonies are boring. It's a pastor comes and we sing 3 songs. We say he will be missed, and then we hit straight to the burial site. We put him in the ground and we go and eat sandwiches. So while the pastor was busy. Reading whatever scripture, my brother fell asleep on the chair. So it's all of my family members, and we're a big family. The Van der Bers is a very, very big family, and yes.
But the church here in town?
No. We went to, I think, Fixburg or Lady Brand, somewhere close to there. So my brother fell asleep. He was still small, and then we had my 2 aunts sitting in front of me. And when the pastor said Amen, he arose. My brother kicked my aunt behind the head. She went like full straight. I wonder if she wore a wig.
Oh, he had the pastor when the brother went
Amen.
Oh,
my brother, it was like Holy Spirit came. It was like he arose from the ashes, kicked my aunt behind the
he
head.
even forgot he was at the funeral like that. He thought he was in his bed.
Who died now? So yeah.
He forgot about being sad. He's like, oh, I'm at the funeral, and he became sad again.
I think that's what exactly
I
happened.
being sad for a minute or so. Oh,
So, yeah, but I don't know why it's always sandwiches, it's cook sisters, it's these small enough things that everyone always brings to thing. But
you guys are sense of agency in everything. I mean, even in stores, on the queues, you don't like standing for a long. So
white people are weird.
Everything
things.
is short. You don't like spending a lot of time.
White people are weird things, especially.
But I wish you guys could practice that.
But not
form
having.
Of preparing for our funerals, man. I mean, we spend so much, man. And imagine now a cow is around 12,000, 14,000 now. And you still have to buy a lot of veggies. You know our families. If somebody dies, everybody, even the person who's in Cape Town, must come to the funeral. You must buy a big cow. Some of them buy cows and a sheep or a goat.
And then you braai. Or what do you do? Makes 2 or what?
No, we prepare for the funeral for a whole week. We only slaughter the cow on Friday.
What happens on Friday? Is it Friday like the day of the funeral, or is Friday?
No,
is there a specific meaning on Friday?
No, yeah. What do we call it? Like it's like you see Christmas Eve. You're preparing for Christmas. You're preparing for the Christmas. So it's the funeral Eve, man.
Yeah. I'm guessing it's not. I'm not supposed to laugh at it. I'm not supposed to.
Because we call it Tebello in Sesotho.
Yeah.
Say get Tebello over the night on Friday.
Yeah.
Then the funeral usually perform them on Saturdays. But you realize the schedule had changed a bit because of COVID. But now I think we are back on
track.
Yeah, back on track. So the whole week is like there's prayer ceremonies.
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, and they bake nice cookies, man. Oh, they bake cookies.
Is it the same type of cookies?
Is it wrong to say I love funeral? I mean, you get to eat nice food.
It's the same with
us.
They
bake cookies, so it's usually where the person attend the church. So they come during the week to perform those church stuff. They come and pray. They perform the prayer. They come, they pray. They eat the cookies and.
Is it the same type of? Please tell me it's the same type of cookies. Is it the cookies we like?
Yeah, I think the whole week is spent consoling the family about the guy who passed away.
It's only one fucking day. White people they come to the point.
So you don't have preparations the whole week. You just come on Saturdays.
No, it's let's say the funeral takes place on Friday. We'll use funeral eve as an example for us white people now. So when the person dies, it's all of the people that come that know him, sorry for our condolences and stuff like that, then they go home. It's nothing, we stop there. It's only usually close family members that will stay maybe for 2 or 3 days, and then when the funeral comes they'll leave. But
that's what they come for those prayer sessions. I think they are performed around 7 p.m.
We don't even have prayer sessions.
They pray, they console the family. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Funeral eve. Funeral eve.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing.
You get to eat the intestines and stuff. We call them malamkhod.
I know, Muna.
Over the night, and you have nice cookies. The pastor prays the whole night, almost the whole night.
Interesting fact.
I think they pray until 2 a.m. Then we go sleep. The ladies wake up. The mothers, they prepare the food for the funeral. That's it. On Friday, that's when they cut the veggies. The women cut the veggies. The men prepare the meat.
But we don't even have stuff like that. We cut you straight to the point. We have the funeral, we bury the person, finishing part.
Yeah.
We just end it like that. But it's
But it's so cost saving, man.
Cost saving. White people, we don't like to brag about anything. But
I wish my funeral could be like that.
No, I'm not sure about any other white person.
I don't know, but I don't have a will because I'm poor. Why would I say I don't know why I have a will? I'm poor. I'm just gonna leave people.
I have a will. It's just I just wrote it down. It's in my cupboard. Yeah. I just said make sure nothing goes to my brother.
I'm gonna leave my shoes and my clothes and What is my favorite thing that I'm gonna leave that I have to ascend for somebody? This economy.
But I've been to the city funerals I've been at. Was one guy that my mom was very close friends with, and he passed away. So I was there. I didn't know about the cloud slaughtering or anything. We were just at the ceremony because I had work that day. I had to go back to work. I literally went to that. My mom was like, Jonas, don't wear anything fancy. Just dress, not too fancy. So I went there with, what's that thing called? With khaki shorts.
Shorts at the funeral?
Not shorts, shit, skis. I know I'm used to wearing shorts. No.
It was
the inner South African that got out for a second. No, it was, I went with, not khaki shorts, man, chinos, man, chino. And I put on my Vans, and I just put on a button shit when I got there, man. You people dress up.
Because, I get it. Most of the time you must ensure that you're wearing dark stuff. Most preferably black.
Gift is something. Black people can dress up. I was there and I felt underdressed because these guys are the shades were on. Armani suits, people are doing this. I was just standing there.
These days are even worse, man. They look like they are fashion shows, man. Funerals look like fashion shows now. People go there and dress up. And the bad part and the worst part of it is that they take pictures in the graveyards there. People are mourning this side, you are busy taking pictures and stuff and posting on Instagram. Funeral vibes.
Hashtag rest in peace. Hashtag final slay.
There's other one I saw on TikTok or somewhere when they were even dancing over the coffin of the person who died because they believe that if you passed away like loving soccer, those people who were playing for your team, they come and play soccer and stuff. So that person who died there used to party a lot. The ladies were drinking. I'm like, yo.
Gift, then I want to have a Sotho burial, but I need to become a stripper, and I want the people to strip. Is it wrong for me to ask that, or can it be arranged? It must get arranged.
That's just being disrespectful towards the family.
But I guess
it's one of the things I like about South Africa, the cultural diversity.
It's amazing.
Yeah, man. You get to see how white people perform their ceremonies.
We don't have ceremony. We don't have ceremony. We just bury and we go.
That's your ceremony. If you are all doing it the same way, that's a cultural thing.
And eat sandwiches.
Yeah. Then you get to experience Sothos, because it's not like all of us black people perform it the same way.
I'm guessing
Xhosas have their same way, the Zulus, the Sothos.
But that's amazing. That's an amazing thing, because I think it's only us that have way back when. I never knew about Zulu, Setswana, all of those people, different cultures. I only knew Sotho and you guys, and I mean.
Yeah, because you grew up here in.
Yeah, and the same like.
Marquardt.
And same with my mom. I mean, she grew up on the farm, and like her family.
Now that you are mentioning, have you ever heard somebody speak Zulu or something around?
I've never heard. I don't think I've ever heard anyone else speak any other language except Sotho.
Yeah, except Sotho around here, man.
Because I mean, I've been to Gauteng. I've ate at one place, I don't even remember what the place was. I remember, but it was me and my brother. We sat one side, and then my mom and her friend went to the smokers area. So this lady comes, and I was like, "Dumelang," and she was like, "What are you saying?" I was like, witchcraft. Gift. I've never heard a black person only speak one single language, and I was English like that. I was like, I refuse to believe it to this day. And I was like, and then I was, oh yeah, I forgot there's different cultures. So whenever I have the chance to speak with anyone else, from let's say like from KZN or something like that, and then hearing them speak Zulu or someone else speaks, I'm like, I'm amazed.
Something out of your know. That's what I like about South Africa, man. You get to experience all different languages. I think by now I can speak a little bit of Zulu, Xhosa, Tswana, because I spend most of my time in Tswana because I went varsity in Mafikeng. I can hear a little bit of Afrikaans, English.
Kak man, jy kan Afrikaans praat.
Ek kan nie man.
You
remember that joke of Trevor Noah?
Ek kan nie Afrikaans praat nie.
You're speaking Afrikaans now. So yeah, I can hear a little bit of Afrikaans, English.
That's one thing I miss from high school is, because in our school we had Afrikaans home language until grade 9, and then we had to change to Afrikaans first additional language.
Yeah.
So it was always easy for me, but when my friends had to speak Afrikaans in front of the class. I used to have one kid in class, he could speak fluent Afrikaans, because I'm not sure to which school he went, and then he came back to Marquardt, and then he spoke Afrikaans quite well. So whenever the other kids, the kids that smoke weed and stuff like that, I saw the light flashing.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure if it was the second coming now.
Man.
So
I think it's the reflection of my glasses.
No, I even hold this thing upside down now. So whenever they had to go to the front and they had to do unprepared speech, and then die man kom by my veld af. Hy skrik groot vir die vuur, and I start laughing. It's always so funny because I always thought Afrikaans is a very easy language.
Yeah, it's very difficult, that one.
And then I guess because it's a lot of our words, it's very we have a dominant way of speaking it. That's why, when I can tell you to this day, the prettiest I've ever been sworn at was at Sotho. Because English, it also has, English it's not a harsh way, but you can make it sound harsh. But Afrikaans, even if you try not to swear harshly, everyone knows.
Everything, man. That R, man.
It's a...
Yeah, that time in university, that is one of the most precious moments I've had of being South African. I actually got a lift from a old white guy. They gave me a lift at the back of the buggy because I was walking around an hour or 45 minutes to go to campus, man.
At the back?
At the back because they were two. They were two in front there, so I had to sit at the back.
Can I just quickly break off your thing there?
Yeah.
The hardest way, when a farmer drives past and the employer said at the back of the bucket, and then you come to a stop and those guys just look at you like this. I'm like, fuck, Muna, don't look at me.
But there were already guys at the back there, so that guy saw me. Hey, I was hiking, so they gave me a hike. I was walking for 5 minutes and to an hour to go to my place. I was like, yo, yes. When I got off there, I said goodbye in Afrikaans. I said something like Plesere Grace. Is it right? Plesere Grace.
Plesere Grace.
Yeah. And that guy said, when I saw my hand like I we look at each other and we laughed. That was one of the most precious moments. I was like, yeah, I love being South African.
That's the one thing I can also say about especially like with I can use my mom for a lot of examples, but her first language she learned wasn't Afrikaans. They went to Sotho. They went to school not knowing a single word of Afrikaans. They had to be taught Afrikaans by my grandparents and the school.
Yeah, man.
So it was always an amazing thing.
The cultural diversity in South Africa is very beautiful, man. You get to experience other people's languages, and the more you learn, and when you have realized if you speak somebody's language, how excited they become. If I meet you and I greet you in Afrikaans, I'm gonna connect with this guy. Even when if you speak broken Sotho with a guy, you will see the excitement in their eyes, man. This guy is trying.
And I've experienced this a lot because I used to work most at a grocery store. So whenever a guy asks me something and I'm like, "What's up, Papa?" And then like, and then they say whatever they know.
And you just read between the lines.
I look at Sana. She's a precious woman, but that's okay. And then she'll tell me, okay.
That happens on me a lot, man.
And then I'm like,
I will be like greeting somebody in Afrikaans, then they go hard on me. I was like, no, man. I was only greeting you in Afrikaans, man. That's
don't expect I know more. And then I'm like,
don't go hard on me, man.
And then I'm like, Papa, I think come more. And then I go and show him. It was like learning what honey was. I never knew the term for honey was Maya di Notes, which means most egg of the bee.
Yeah.
And the one guy came to go Kopa Maya di Notes and I'm like, eggs. Maya di Notes. I'm like,
but it's always precious, man. If somebody is making an effort to speak your home language, man, it's precious, man.
Sometimes. Like what you said, when people assume you know more than just greeting.
You know more than greeting, man, then the situation becomes very awkward.
Too much. So, Gift, let's head on to, we had
the bad thing, obvious, load shedding.
Do you know what I was going to do? So, if the audience has noticed, we have a new, actually they can't see the background much, but there's a new background, a new set we're using now. We decided to have a table out. We put some small Inyana things here. It might increase, might decrease. All I know is this month we're buying a small water cooler. But
things are already looking better because you see we have a table now.
So
we have a table.
And we have a lighting. I'm not sure how good the lighting is until I see it start editing or whatnot.
You should go a little bit at the back. Shift a little bit for the light,
Mona,
just in case.
Mona, this chair is in the ground now. My fat ass has put it into the ground. So
Mona, it has been bad, man.
So what I was gonna do is I was looking and I saw the candles from last night with the load shedding. I was like, That would actually be a good set piece. I was like,
But I think this year, man, it has been worse than other years, no?
I'm not sure if you've seen that thing. I think I told it to you before. Like last year, we were staying in we were staying. It was levels, yeah, with the COVID stuff. We were staying was in levels of lockdown.
Yeah,
now we're living in stages.
Living in stages, man. Yeah, man, and there's this tragic story that happened in Vryburg. You know, my girlfriend is from Vryburg. Yeah, man, they are neighbors. So the husband, their neighbor, yeah, retired from the mine. So the guy got all his money. So he spent the money on the cars and built a beautiful house for himself. Made extra rooms to rent at the back there. Yeah, man. When the power went off, I think they forgot something on the stove or something.
And burned down.
Yeah, man. The power came back.
Sure.
The house burned down.
Sure, that's that, man.
Yeah, man. So how is the government going to work around that one, man? Imagine, man, that was your retirement, man.
That, not just your retirement, that was your life's work that went into everything.
Man, I can only imagine the pain, man.
It's the same. I'm not sure with how many people it actually does affect, but I don't know anyone. Let's say I don't know anyone personally, but I'm sure for the people watching and that watches this and the message does go through, and they might actually know someone. But I mean, these people that have to sleep with machines for oxygen and stuff during the night that can breathe on their own, and they don't have a generator or something.
And the power goes out.
Let's say with these surprise load shedding things that just pops up out of nowhere. It says, like today, I know we weren't going to have load shedding until like number 9 because it said load shedding has been suspended. I'm not sure if you saw that. But we were preparing for load shedding. We had candles set out and everything, and I got the notification on the phone. And I was like, okay, at least, thank the Lord, there's no load shedding tonight.
I think the notifying part, man, I don't think is working. Man. They are giving us a very short time to prepare. They should just give us a schedule a week before.
Exactly. Now comes my question. Let's say surprise load shedding. Boom. Those people didn't know about it. They go to bed that night, man. And let's say 2 o'clock load shedding hits them. The guy or lady is asleep with a mask on for oxygen and stuff. They die.
They die, man. I don't think the government is going to take accountability or something.
It's the same with I know a lot of stores in Marquardt, they use generators, like our Usave and several those places use generators, but
imagine the small ones.
Now, what is needed to power generators?
Power, man.
Petrol. Yeah, petrol generators. Now. Exactly. Double it. So the people are giving out so much money towards buying petrol and preparing for load shedding regarding buying petrol for the generators. And I know our Usave, they have a massive generator, but I mean, still, you have to go out of your way, put money aside the whole time, buy more. How much profit can you actually make in a day from selling your produce? Let's say it's a quiet month, then what's the issue there?
Imagine. And the companies that are suffering the most are the small ones. Imagine you are trying to do your startup there.
Exactly. Especially...
And your whole stock gets spoiled because of the load shedding. Because you saw almost the other time there was a point where the power was off for 4 hours straight.
Yes, and then that's the question. I don't know how small business can work around it and how they can...
Because if you have a big company, you'll have a contingency plan or
of course, but still. And I mean, especially for us at home, and I'm sure a lot of people can back me up on this.
Yeah.
I'm not an engineer and I don't know how electricity works. I'm not an electrical engineer in any way, but I've spoken to electricians and electrical engineers before, and then they say once the power goes out, it's fine with the fridges, TVs and whatnot, but once the power goes back on, the surge of electricity that pushes them on, it can easily cause one of your fridges or something to break down.
I think that's what happened for that house to burn down.
And that happened to me, ne? We had a fridge, load shedding hit, it's fine. The following day I had to wake up, my floor in the kitchen, fucking water everywhere.
I mean, imagine how much the damages have been suffered as a country.
And that's summer, and it's in summer, so we had to move everything out, replace the fridge. I mean, it's not free most to do that stuff. So now I'm living in constant fear because the fridge might go out again.
That's one of the things you're gonna be famous of around the world. When people are talking about South Africa, they're gonna say, that one of load shedding.
Load shed is too gevaarlijk. But I know other people don't call it load shedding, they call it a rolling blackout. Why do... It's not like we're shedding any load.
Personally, you remember there was a time where the power was going off around 6 until 8. And they expect us to prepare ourselves to go to... How can you prepare yourself, especially during winter like this?
Not just
cold water.
Not just winter, but from 6 till 8. I think that's the time when most families in South Africa.
Yeah, they are preparing to go to school.
From in the morning, or talking about the night now?
No, I'm talking about the other one that was going off around 6 a.m. Night is better, man.
All right, I can use both in an argument. Because the morning one, you need to prepare for the kids for school. You need to get them showered. You need to get them dressed. You need to prepare for work.
Yeah.
And then at night, let's say you get home at 5. You have an hour to prepare food. How?
But you can buy bread somewhere. You can walk around it. I mean, imagine bathing in the morning, man.
Okay, but imagine now you have a family of 4. You're just gonna eat bread that night.
That's why I'm saying they must give us the schedule ahead.
I feel that can also be a very proper thing. Give us
so
a schedule
that you can walk around, prepare the meal that you think you're gonna need the following day, like somewhere when the power is available. I think you will work around it that way, because this thing of notifying us the day before is not doing.
Not even day before, Mona, the afternoon, the morning, because I'm not sure. While we were at work the one day, we got a notification in the morning, stage 2 load shedding, and then 30-40 minutes later, stage 4 load shedding. How do you work around that in 20 minutes time? Because we might say, all right, there's no load shedding for that day. Busy at work, yada yada yada. Check your phone, notification. Oh shit, load shedding stage 4. It's gonna hit us at 6 at night. You don't know what to prepare, what to do, and I mean, it's tough. Especially we live in a small town, so
we are suffering the most.
Takeaways and stuff like that's not gonna happen.
They're not available, man. You don't have that much variety to choose from.
Exactly.
Just keep eating the same thing over and over again.
So I have this friend in Joburg. So I always make it a tendency to show how small our town is we stay in.
You always make sure to
I love to mention
the first time I arrived here, that's the first thing you said to me.
There's nothing much to see. We're already in the town.
You showed me your street, you see this street.
It's everything.
All of Makwaland.
So there's it's called the Rusoord Park or something like that. It's outside of town on the Windberg Road. It's people that actually stay close to us, they stay like 1 or 2, maybe let's put it 6 houses away from us.
Yeah.
So they have this Pat golf place outside them, and we ordered food from them. I was like, hey. So I took pictures while I was on my way there, and that's the one thing I can love about staying in the Free State, at least, because I'm not sure about any other place. I don't travel that much. You are a guy that travels, but on our way there, the beautiful scenery you see, the mountains, the open veld, 1 or 2 fucking cows walking around there, but it's so beautiful to me. So I was like just taking pictures, and I said to him, I was like, this is what I have to go through just to get takeaways. I have to go outside of town, but not like the takeaways were amazing. It's because we don't actually have a place in town that sells quality Indian cuisine, and
that's one of the things I like about being South African, the different food that you get to eat.
Exactly. You see, and remember now, for the audience, we prepare ourselves more or less for what we're going to talk about. I don't like preparing. I just went on straight now, and at least that's one thing. We have such a good connection. We roll off whatever. We talk about one thing and then we can make a topic about it. So I love Indian cuisine. I love spicy
I want to eat that bunny chow, man. Many people talk about it.
We bought bunny chows from them. We bought it on Friday. We bought bunny chows from them.
They say they are very hot and tasty.
It was amazing.
The aroma.
The thing is, white people can make bunny chow. It's fine. It won't come close.
Yeah, because it is their cultural food.
Exactly.
So they are the one who specialize with it. They know.
Because my mom used to work for Indian
restaurants. Yeah.
No, not Indian restaurant. They used to have a cafe outside of town at the garage.
Yeah.
So we became house friends. They were very close and all of those things.
So you get to eat from
so they used to teach my mom how to make different curries and stuff. Yeah. To this day, if I ever have to eat,
very good with spices, man.
If I have to eat food that my mom prepares and it's made
and you know,
bunny chow, it's Indian cuisine. But if I go to a different friend of mine or go to someone else and they make me bunny chow, it's not gonna taste one bit close because they I don't know what's this thing with white people. Can someone please assist me with that? Why do they like adding sweet things to spicy things? Fucking jam, it gets thrown into there and it messes up the flavor. We use masala, all of those different types, and it's not just one type of masala, it's like different types of masala used for this, used for that.
I respect them for their spices. That's one of the reasons why how white people got to arrive in South Africa, because they used to travel all the way from Europe to
Yes.
go to India to
Exactly.
get spices. So they decided, no man, we must have somewhere we can stop at, because traveling from Europe straight to Asia man, is quite a distance, man. So they decided that they're gonna camp at Cape Town there to rest a little bit, so that when they want to leave again, they can
And then many
continue. Yeah,
many years later,
they
we are
can
sitting at this
continue.
table now.
Yeah. You know what I said? They said that again the Khoisans were the ones that were living in Cape Town. What happened is that when they got to Cape Town, the white people, so they had to share food with the Khoisans because the Khoisans already had farms and stuff. What happens is that during that as the time passes, I think that the food was running out or something. So the Khoisan didn't want to provide the whites with food.
And then someone
So you guys decided that you're gonna bring your farmers from Europe to come at least to assist you. Because you guys never had any plans to colonize us or something. Because
I think the only people, and I'm not sure as well, I'm not a history buff or anything, but I
read
know,
up on it during the week there.
but I think at that time, I know Britain was attacking, or not attacking, was colonizing a lot of places.
Yeah.
I know they colonized a lot of major parts of Africa. The same with the French, because I know in Angola is actually it's French.
I think it's French.
It's Angola.
Or it's Portuguese.
No, it's not Angola. It's not
But
Angola.
Mozambique
No.
is Portuguese.
No, it's a different place. Congo. The Congo is
Yeah.
French. So we had people coming from Congo to Marquardt one day, and the accent they had, it was amazing. And we were like,
Yeah, man.
what language you guys speak in the Congo? And we were like, no, we speak French. And I'm like,
See?
French, and then they spoke
The
French.
most romantic language.
Vivi, monsieur.
So yeah, what happened is that as they brought their farmers from Europe there to come there by Cape Town there, they had to look for more fertile land. So that's why they started going up South Africa to look for more fertile land for agricultural purposes.
But now I'm wondering which state has the or like our states in South Africa, which state has the most fertile land? Because I know
Which
there's
state has,
more fertile land. Because I know
I think it's Limpopo.
because I know like
It's Limpopo, and because the sugar canes that
But
were
now-
planted in, I think it's Limpopo.
But now I'm trying to wonder, Ned, do you think the different states cater for different means of agriculture?
Yeah.
Because I know in the Free
because
State,
in Free State, especially
it's maize,
sunflower.
sunflower, and what's that thing called?
What is it?
Querang. Querang, I'm not sure what it is in English now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And anyway,
Yeah,
What is
that's what
Querang?
happened. They went to look for more fertile for agricultural purposes,
I know-
and then they discovered the diamond in
Kimberley. And then Kimberley Sagat happened. But I know, yeah.
Why is it so poor, Kimberley, when they have that diamond mine there?
Is the diamond mine still functioning to this day? I'm not sure.
I think it's still functioning, man, because we are providing 1/3 of the world's diamonds there.
Well, I know we're also providing a lot of platinum from South Africa.
Yeah, and the gold. The diamond was discovered first, then you discovered the gold in Johannesburg.
It's actually quite amazing
And
to
it was
think about that.
Transvaal. It was called Transvaal
Yeah.
that time.
And we were called the Orange Free State, but are we still called the Orange
I
Free
didn't
State?
even know that the whites and were fighting between each other, the British and the Boer.
Yeah, the Boereoorlog. Yeah, it's quite interesting. You see, we have 1 day of heat. We have 1 fucking day of heat. There's already bugs circling the light there. And I do apologize for the lighting. It tends to get quite dark easily and quickly. So, and we don't wanna get holded by by a single setting.
Yeah.
We feel we should at least show you guys different parts of whatever we have in town, and
So the next episode is going to be totally different.
yeah.
spot.
But at least hope. I don't know how we're gonna fit the table on the car. I maybe thought we'll tape it to the
We'll
roof.
work something out.
Or we'll drive 2 bikes next to each other over there. But yeah, at least the next time we're gonna shoot is on Saturday most, hopefully.
Yeah.
So at least it'll be a much more lit area. Now I don't think we're gonna shoot that late. Oh, but what I wanted to tell you was, now with the Boereoorlog and it was bad for both sides, I guess. Yada yada. Now on to my weekend that's happening on the 21st and the 27th. So my granddad used to be in the army way back when, and used to be a general, what the fuck ever the highest thing there was. He was close to that. And the nice thing is he's part of this entire shooting thing. They call themselves the Jagtervereniging.
Yeah.
So I'm going shooting on the 21st. I'm gonna get some training by him, and then he's gonna take me out to their entire meeting thing. The 27th.
Yeah.
At least I'm off that weekend, so I'm gonna at least enjoy being surrounded by the smell of bullets and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because it's been a
the
while.
knowledge, man. The knowledge of hanging around elders. Yes.
And the thing is that he can tell me a lot, because a lot of these books you guys, I'm not sure if it's still properly lit, but a lot of these books on this table, he has given to me. The knowledge that guy has, because all he does every day at home is read books. Of whatever is whatever.
Man, you have a lot to learn from him. Man.
So when I was younger and we used to visit them, we didn't speak much. So as soon as I got older, I realized I'm gonna have to meet more or less his mental capacity, learn more. So I started reading a lot of stuff and watching videos.
That you guys have more interesting topics to
and we can at least talk with each other.
Yeah.
Now imagine.
I think that's how. Thinking about it now, I told you my grandfather, his first surname was Bota. Yeah, I think that's what happened, because you know what they say happened there in Cape Town. After the whites arrived, I guess they started sleeping with the black people, and they were already Khoisans. Khoisans look a little bit colored too, man. What's wrong with them? They look colored a little bit.
That's the one thing.
So the colors that were produced by the whites and black and the Khoisan people, they started moving up Northern Cape. So as they settled there in Northern Cape, that's when the diamonds were discovered. I think that's where they were killing the colors and the Khoisans before my grandfather changed his names to Motswana. Yeah,
so
I think that's what happened, because I get it, they were fighting for the land, and they say the colors, they went to the British to ask for security and stuff, so that the Boer cannot kill them for the discovery of the diamonds. But the British, they are smart. They just provided the security, but the colors and the Khoisan never benefited anything from the diamonds that were discovered there.
And that's
so as they were killing those colors or Khoisans, I think that's when most of the colors and black people started changing their names to Bantu languages. So Bantu is Xhosa, Zulu and Swati. Yeah, we decided to go to Sotho because we are next to Free State.
The only thing I know about Europeans now, they got their surnames. It was nicknames as far as I know, because I know my son is van der Berg, so it means from the mountain. From straight Dutch translation to Africa or English, it's from the mountain. So I had this entire discussion with my uncle and our family tree and heritage and whatnot. So yes, we come from the mountain, and then we came to South Africa. And as far as I might be,
names?
So I might be wrong when I'm saying this, but as far as and I've read up on my family's tree and whatnot, way back when we also tasted the fruits of Africa, if I can say so. So then many years of evolution, yes, I am now here.
And you know our surnames, they say we used to use your name as you have children. You use your name as the surname of the children that are born from you. As you are Janus van den Berg, you don't use, your children are not going to use van den Berg. You are the only van den Berg. They're going to use Janus as their surnames. I learned that from this Sotho friend of mine who originates from Lesotho.
So I was gonna ask you now as well, especially now, and it's something I've realized now, especially with there's a lot of Sotho people I've seen, is the kids tend to keep the mother's name.
No, that one is because you get to keep your mother's name if your parents are not married.
Oh, okay. I never realized that, because I know usually with a lot of white people, I'm going to move my chair up a bit, is they tend to keep the father's surname. Even
because you guys are, most of the time you are married.
Never, it's not always the case.
But most of the time, compared to the blacks, you guys are married before you have kids. So as you have kids before the marriage, they're going to keep the surname of the mother until the father pays damages. After the father pays damages, that's when the son can resort to taking that.
We go to Home Affairs. I don't want this surname, just change it.
You pay damages, you will ask yourself, why don't you have a kid and I'm 28 years old? I'm afraid to pay those damages. And you must pay damages, and you still have to pay lobola. Yeah.
At least we do not have that.
So, as my surname is Motswana now, using that analogy, I can choose that my kids from me, they're going to use Thabo or Gift as their name, like that. I think that's how the surnames thing, different surnames started to arise from.
Because I know, because
I started to wonder now, how is it that we have so many different surnames, but we want to say we are all from Eve? So they explained, that that sort of friend of mine explained that if you have a child you're gonna have the surname of your father, and they give you a name. So you can choose, or you want your kids to use the surname of your father, or they used your first name as their new surname.
That's actually cool. But
starting your own clan.
But I don't fucking think I would give my kids my name as a surname. No fucking way in hell. That's something I'm gonna skip on. My drink is even finished. Fuck.
Can have one.
We are not sponsored yet.
The economy is bad, guys. That's another thing I wanted us to discuss, man. Yeah, the prices are killing us, man. As you mentioned it before, that the fuel prices keep rising. That's why everything is so expensive now.
Yeah,
because the transportation to get goods to the stores. Yeah.
Now I'm wondering, but it makes sense.
It makes sense, man.
Because my brother goes a lot to Joburg, mostly visits his girlfriend and whatnot.
Yeah.
So then he tells me the prices we have here and the prices they have there. It's cheaper there than it is here.
It's cheaper there because the transportation that they have to pay for to deliver things here is more.
Now my question comes: do you think it includes the fuel prices as well? Because I know in America, the places that are rich with fuel and oils and stuff like that, their gas prices and stuff are still cheaper per gallon. Then let's take it somewhere where it's not fossil fuel rich. It'll be, let's say, maybe $1.50 more expensive there.
Yeah, in account you must account for transportation as you determine the unit price of a good. So you must also include your production costs, things that you have to use for production, the resources that you have to use to produce a particular product. Then you have to account for transportation, you have to account for labor. So all that they contribute towards the price of the product.
Because I never thought actually about the transportation thing until now, when the petrol has gotten like this bad, the petrol price has gotten this bad.
Yeah.
But previously,
because we realize the rapid rises of food already are influenced by the petrol price.
Now I'm also wondering the cost of sunflowers, so they make oil and stuff for that.
Expensive.
So I'm wondering,
you are living soft life if you are buying sunflower. You supposed to fry now.
That picture they showed was when I win the lottery, no one will know, but there will be signs. The guy with the 5 liter of cooking oil.
5 liter oil, man. There will be signs, I'm telling you, man.
Soft life.
This other time when I was buying it, I was like, when did we arrive here now?
It's tough, but I think it's affecting the entire world or globally, because I've seen prices. I mean, they've increased in. I'm not sure about the European countries, but I know America, especially since the war now started with Russia and stuff. Because I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think Russia is a big exporter of fuel and stuff.
Yeah.
But at least I don't think we have that issue. We're quite good. Our country is quite good friends with Putin for now.
Yeah, sure. We are part of the BRICS.
Oh, the Buxton Committee, yeah.
Yeah, the Buxton Committee. So, but why are we still suffering the huge price increases that we are suffering right now?
I don't know.
But I think it's because they are also suffering. Putin, he's suffering a lot of.
Yeah, because I mean, they had to close. I think they had to close some import and some export things as well. So I mean,
because life is already expensive for them, so they have to charge us extra, even though we are good friends with them.
Which is life, man. It's very hard to think about it, but yeah.
I mean, things are about to get worse, man. The government increased the repo rate the past 2 weeks, and the repo rate, you know what? The repo rate is the rate that the Reserve Bank charges to lend money to the banks. And if they increase the repo rate, the banks are gonna increase the interest that they charge people for lending them loans and stuff. And if those increase, Yanas is going to take forever to pay his credit card. Gift is going to take forever to pay his loan. There's no money in the for food in the house.
I mean, that's also...
Germany is going bad, man. I think we are going to be in recession a year or two from now on. They're just stubborn to announce we are in recession. The economy is going south, man. I'm telling you, man. The bad thing of being South African now, that's one of them.
But I mean, the weird thing is, cryptocurrency is not related to any fucking type of currency, bound or any export-import thing. But I've also noticed, I'm not sure how good you read up on crypto, but I mean, I've seen a lot, especially the Bitcoin price that has dropped this far, Ethereum that has dropped.
But it's improving now.
I
it went to the 20,000s. I think it's 24, 25.
Okay, 25, 24.
From the 40s.
From where it was way back when.
Yeah, man, it's bad.
And it's bad for everyone all around. Just when it gets fucking dark in South Africa, ne? It's not even load shedding.
Hey man, imagine if the power goes out now.
Our light will be gone.
During our podcast, man.
I'll need to turn on the flash. No, but the thing is, there's so much good things in South Africa. I mean, there's still a lot of bad things.
And they're keeping the information about cryptos and the NFTs from the people. That's another thing that bothers me about the South Africa. Yeah, our education system is so outdated.
Especially outdated.
Because the kids in Japan and Korea and China, man, things are learning are groundbreaking. They are still learning to describe the locust, name the leg of the locust. Why are you gonna use the leg of the locust, man?
It's there with people that's like
our education system stresses me out. I'm telling you, man.
But now comes my question.
Yeah.
A person does straight math.
Yeah.
He goes into retail or something. Where are you gonna use the Pythagorean theory or anything for retail?
They always ask that question online there. Where are you gonna use that thing? You know what was maths created for? It was just created to challenge your mind, to make you be able to think out of the box. It was not actually made to make you feel bad about your grades.
That's why I took math lit, you know. My mind was.
You have to think out of the box.
My mind was tested enough.
The more you think out of the box, the more creative you get. But yeah,
if I wrote an exam way back when it was grade 4, 5, maybe 6 even. I'll never forget this day. I can never forget this.
Yeah.
So no, it was like grade 5 or 4, yeah. So we wrote the test and whatnot, and I didn't use the same formula the teacher told us, and I still got the right answer. They did not give me my fucking 2 marks.
You're still hung to it even now, man.
I am still bothered with. I got the right answer due to my formula not being correct. I thought I was out of the box. And those people failed to give me. I will use math lit forever and ever.
Yeah, man. Yeah, our education system, man, is bad. And they say, man, if you are using the analogy of judging a fish by its ability to fly to test whether it's smart or not, the fish is gonna feel like it is dumb. That's what they're doing, man. There's not a lot of activities that they use to score the kids. There's no, especially in government schools. There's not a lot of dancing, drama.
No, the arts are totally out of the window.
Yeah, man. And back in the days, man, we used to have so much things going on. The sports activities were a lot, man. They were annual. At the location, there was something that was called spectacular every year. So all the schools around the location, they gonna go together, and this one is gonna, the cricket players gonna be from the stadium, the soccer players, the netballs, everything. Yeah. There was even art, man. We used to play sketches at schools. These days, man, it's not there, man.
No.
And imagine if you're a soccer player, you have the talent of playing soccer, and you are only judged about how good you are with your works. Imagine how. But that's when they start feeling so depressed. Our kids. Have you realized, man, depression is trending everywhere on social media?
Especially, man. And my one thing that I it's very debatable. It's a very debatable subject, but especially with history. Yeah. Because I used to love history, but I didn't love South Africa's history because I mean it's always the same thing. We know what happened, but the thing is, unfortunately, I was not part of it. I didn't live through that era because I cannot say any topics or anything about it. But the thing is, I feel we should move on from that, and we should maybe start focusing on worldwide history.
Worldwide history, though, not a particular subject of history.
Exactly.
This is the history of the people that you're gonna study.
Because I love
worldwide, man.
I love the history when I think it was grade 7 or 8 history, and we learned about world icons and different things like the Holocaust, the World War II, and those things that happened, and all of the studies that happened to them, the people that it affected and whatnot. We did the same thing in tourism, more or less. We also learned a few things such as the world icons, why they were built, how they were built. It was I love history, and the thing is, our school didn't give history until grade 12.
Yeah.
Tourism was there as well.
The government schools there by my location, they also do that thing. But the thing is, they hang so much on the history between the fight between the black and white, and that's wrong. They don't give us history about more relevant things that are going to
rather give us the history of how we united as one straight thing. And I mean, South Africa is still torn. I mean, every person has their own opinion about it, but I mean, I feel rather focus on us growing together as one bound nation than seeking, and then rather than seeking what sets us apart from each other.
Yeah.
It's the same with I saw this one picture. It's a very nice, it's a very very cool picture. No, great way to put it. A guy has a white egg, a guy has a brown egg, a guy has a egg with a different tint, a guy has a big egg, small egg. You break them open, they're all still eggs inside. They're gonna have egg white and egg and the yolk inside of it. It's gonna be the exact same thing.
No.
Okay, but don't include fish eggs. Those fucking things are just.
No, what I'm concerned about is that they don't teach the history before all that fighting between the whites. That's what I'm concerned about. You should teach us the history before we fought with the whites, before they came to the country, because you are just focusing on the fight, and there's a history before the.
Tell us what did the Khoi do way back when? How did they survive?
We don't even know about the Khoisan. You know how I learned about the Khoisan? I guess there's that written text around the coin there. Something. That's actually there. And then there's people that are called Khoisan in South Africa.
I'm not sure if you watched.
I even thought it was Xhosa.
Did you know the movie The Gods Must Be Crazy?
Yeah.
And that's how I learned about.
That's why I learned about them too. They don't even teach us about the history before the fighting and stuff. I want to know more about tell us about the pyramids. Tell us about Hemon.
Yeah. But the pyramids, those things, they were built by aliens.
They say we are saying so because you cannot understand how they were built.
Which is true as well. But that's the one thing I can also say is when it comes to religion and based in South Africa, it's also an amazing thing how all of our different cultures,
that's one of the most beautiful things about South Africa.
Because I've been to an Indian funeral as well. It was a weird thing for me because we had to take off our shoes and all of the
you get to experience their religion.
And the person that passed was in the middle of the table. We had to walk around and then throw flowers and whatnot. It was very beautiful and amazing. It's a great way to send someone off, I guess, to wherever you believe or not believe.
And in South Africa, you get to practice so many religions.
Exactly.
And in other countries, they can only practice one religion.
If
you try to practice another, they even go to the extent of killing you.
Exactly.
You even think about practicing another religion in their country. But as the world gets more modernized, things are getting a little bit easier. But in South Africa, we have a lot of cultures here, man. You realize, there's this religion, there's that one. There's no fuss around you to which one you practice.
At least.
I can change so many times. You see, I changed. I was Christian. At least I'm thinking about practicing Hinduism.
But it's the same with me. Like
I'm moving around.
It's the same with me. I was traditional Christian and whatnot. But now you have these questions. And a lot of people, they don't know how to answer them. But it's the same thing when someone tells me about the Big Bang, or someone talks about evolution and stuff like that. People tend to break away from because they say, no, it doesn't stand in the Bible, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And these people, I feel they don't understand what I mean. But because evolution is apparent, there's nothing. I'm not sure. I wouldn't say I 100% agree with evolution in terms of us evolving from whatnot, but if there's substantial proof and whatnot of it, it's fine. Believe in it. I agree with you. Then it's your opinion, but I'm not gonna question and argue with your opinion.
The thing is to keep an open mind.
Exactly.
Man. And you learn so much. I learn so much, man. I learn so much from science. I learn so much from the religions.
Exactly.
That's people.
Mona, that's why I love the way I believe, because I can still go back to Christian roots and whatnot, but I will also go back to science.
Science, man. You take both of them as a method of references. Because
exactly.
There's where science is so
it's apparent. I can't argue.
There's where religion is point on, there's where science is point on. So why not give both an open mind?
There's one thing I saw the other day, it was a while back, also about so in the Bible there stands about the flood that happened and whatnot. But I know I might be wrong. Please do not crucify me. I might be wrong, but I've seen in other religions as well, they also speak of a great flood that has happened.
Yeah, a lot of them.
And every religion, I'm guessing they might have their own type of Noah that managed the flood and did what. But I mean, I'll never say we have 100% evidence of a flood, but I know I've seen people at least take part of where they say they might have found Noah's Ark and stuff like that. But I mean, I saw this video on TikTok, I think it was either this morning or it was yesterday. There's a place in Kentucky in America they built the ark. They rebuilt it from how it was written, the Bible, to their knowledge. And it was scientists, and they built it. And then it ended up being a rectangular thing with a whatchamacallit. But the way it was, how intricately it was built, because it could withstand any wave. And let's say it can go up to 90 degrees like this, but it cannot get capsized. It was quite amazing to see how the people. It was very interesting to see. But I mean, it's very cool when stuff from the Bible gets brought to life, or stuff from whatever religion you bring, what you believe in, can get brought to life. Especially when science comes in, it's also quite amazing, because I had an argument with a person that is much more traditional Christian to me and much more old-minded, that doesn't believe in evolution. So I went out of my way to show them it exists. Because I mean, dogs were bred. I can use dogs for a lot of things. I'll get back to the dogs as well.
Yeah.
Racist dogs. And I was gonna say it. So, but anyway, if you take a Dachshund, the Wiener dogs, how they look now, and you check 100 years ago, it's gonna be completely different animals. It's gonna look different, and it's gonna be.
They have to adapt to different environments.
Exactly, and that is what evolution is. And if you take a person from South Africa, let's say we take a person from. We have now South African, whatever he may be. Let's take a Khoi. Let's take Khoi for example now. Indigenous people of South Africa, the hunting mentality they have, the ways they learn to live and find water and to keep water safe. And then we take a person that lives closer to the ocean. Let's say we'll take maybe, what's the place, Madagascar.
Yeah.
They're going to be much more adapt to fishing and being in the water. Yeah. They might adapt to hold the breath longer.
Yeah.
Whereas we have much
their lungs might be
larger
than the ones that are used to live on land.
Exactly. So evolution is apparent in everywhere.
That's the thing. People are afraid about the things that they don't understand. If you speak to someone who's more religious about science, because they don't understand science, they get so
frustrated.
They get so defensive about whatever they understand.
And I mean,
they think that exposing themselves to a new
point of view,
new information is going to make them change so much about what they.
And I understand, and I mean, and I feel there's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing
you have your own opinion about that.
Keep an open mind, man.
But yeah, keep an open mind to what I say. And I mean, there's this one guy on TikTok as well. He's called the Friendly Satanist.
Yeah.
I think I told you before about him. But the way the guy explains a lot of things, and I mean, of how things are in religion and how people tend to overuse religion for whatever it is, the purpose might be. It's also quite a thing to keep your mind open-minded. I mean, I agree with that.
Even if you're a science person, man, keep an open mind to religious people, because there's a lot to learn.
Exactly, because I mean, I can go to a Muslim and say, your religion is wrong. My religion says this and this, and yours says is wrong. No.
I think that's where the conflicts start to arise.
Exactly.
The other thinking that theirs has power over the other.
Exactly. Keep an open mind.
Keep an open mind.
Rather take hands with the person and agree to disagree, to put it in a better way.
And put your facts. Let the other person put their facts. Then take whatever you can learn from them. Then leave the things that you think they are useless.
Teach each other about ways to respect each other's religion, rather. And I feel it doesn't happen that much in South Africa, though. I understand there might be arguments and stuff, but I still feel we should learn to keep an open mind with different terms.
But there's not a lot of fight about religion in South Africa, because most of us are Christians. So, and the new generation, I like the new generation, they don't care. The new generation doesn't care. They keep an open mind to everything.
Exactly.
Man, to everything that is happening around them. That's why they are so smart, man. I think that's one thing that we underestimate about the people that we call the 2000s. They are so smart because they live in the era of information. We just look at the bad that they do, but we don't look at the good that they do, because they have so many. I've seen people that are so younger than me, but they are so one of them like you. I'm like you.
Yes.
Well, when I was 20, I think about myself when I was 21.
I am the young one 20. Between us two.
I just think about myself. I'm telling you, man. I think about myself when I was 21 or 20. I'm like that. I was never exposed to this information that this person has at this age.
But that's one thing as well. We each have different ways of estimating something and whatnot.
Yeah.
And whatnot. Yeah. Because I mean, the younger person is the more they might bring to the table something new and something that might work.
Man. They are living in the era of information.
Exactly.
These people they have a lot. When I was 20 or 17, no, man. I was using Nokia 3310, man. Where am I gonna search things?
I think I was a small child when I had the Nokia 3310.
Yeah, man, these people know so much.
But it's one thing that I want to learn from my grandparents is the thing is they've experienced a lot in the years now, because I mean my grandmother is approaching 80 next year, so I mean she was there when there was no color TVs, then there came color TVs, then color TVs, then the internet, then this, then that, smartphones, boom, all of those things fucking exploded all of a sudden in the face and the
so you had to adjust to all that information.
And that you can also put as a part of evolution, because I mean they evolved from whatever way they did. My mom came, the next generation, boom, we came. So my kids will be twice as smart as me, hopefully one day.
That's why I always tell you that the kids that are gonna come from us, I think they're gonna be so adaptive to their cell phones. They're not gonna suffer eyesight like us.
But have you seen your pinky? I'm not sure if you've fucking seen it.
Because we hold our phone so much.
Which phone do you hold? Which hand do you use?
I use this one.
So if you check your pinky, it has a small dent there. I'm not sure how true it is. You see, there's a dent.
Yeah.
They say it's from how we hold our phones in the
because that finger is always holding it at the bottom.
So who knows? Maybe the future generation will be born with that groove.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we're gonna adapt to it.
That's the amazing thing about humans and the human race. It's the adaptability. The way we can adapt to whatever the circumstances or issue is.
Yeah, and one last thing about like South Africa, when they use humor. Yeah, South Africans, everything is funny in this
country. Everything is a joke.
If you are suffering something, like as a country, you are going through recession, we make jokes about it.
Exactly. We have load shedding, we talk about
it. Corona, jokes. That's what I like about South Africa. We don't stress a lot, man.
Nah, we're a chill country.
We're a chill country.
People from overseas, fuck, look at this thing.
It's getting late, man.
Not just late, man. It's not summer, it's winter, and there's bugs.
It's here to tell you, man, it's late, man.
Last night I fell asleep. 2 nights ago I fell asleep, man. I was like, yeah, fuck. It can't be already.
Summer,
mosquitoes, man. I was like,
I hate those things. I hate those things, man.
I hate mosquitoes, I hate flies. And I saw flies in my house, and I was like, fucking, at least I still have a little bit of doom left.
Yeah, but this podcast, I think it has been an hour now. We are enjoying about taking South Africa so much. That's what I like about this South Africa. There's so much to discuss, man.
Okay, now let me.
This is not even half that.
Audience, let me tell you the most important topic: racist dogs. How? Now my question.
Why did you experience racist dogs?
I don't know, but I know they exist.
But you told me, I don't think they can see. Dogs are colorblind.
Dogs, for people that do watch and the people that are much more scientifically advanced than me and Gift, because we have the combined IQ of 4.
They have to confirm for us.
Confirm. A dog cannot have the same eyesight as any other thing. I have a feeling it's colorblind.
But where did you see the racist ones? I've never seen the...
I have walked down the street. Me as a white man. White-owned dogs. They don't bark at me. I check one black guy with that street, the dog's bark. Why?
I'll pay attention now. Whether do they bark?
I'm wondering. People that are much more educated about animals.
They must tell us, man.
Do different types of races have different types of sense?
You have been hung up on that topic the whole week, man.
If you guys knew like how much I told you, like he was explaining the different topics that we should go through, and I was like, Gift, keep it to yourself. My G, keep it to yourself. I have one topic we need to discuss, and it's racist dogs. Even while we were setting up the table, I was like, the only thing I'm going to talk about is one thing, and it's racist dogs. And I had to work it in some way or somehow.
There's no way, man. I don't think they can see color. There's no way dogs can see color.
But they're racist.
Maybe they smell our skin smell different. Maybe this one's I'm gonna attack.
Oh, I just smell like perfume. I smell beautiful. I smell like Fanta grape.
Yeah, I think we should close now, man.
I guess so.
Yeah, we're gonna miss you so much, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Time passes by so fast.
It's because of the fucking darkness.
I believe it has been a week already, man.
Yeah, and I can't believe it as well. It's an amazing journey.
And we look forward to speaking to you guys so much. The whole week, the excitement,
every
the
day.
build-up.
We just talk. And like, what are we gonna do for the podcast? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do next? What are we gonna add to the table?
I was surfing
I'm gonna surf, and I was like, we're adding this to the table next. What are we doing this? And it's amazing thing because it's amazing how this one thing has connected us this closely. And for the people that do watch, and thank you for, I'm not sure how many views we had, but the last time I checked we had
And
like
the
over
subscribers,
50
thank
views.
you very much, guys.
And the subscribers and each and every like, we really do appreciate every like, every subscribe, every guy that notifies, clicks that bell icon
Telling
and gets
your friend about the podcast, everything.
we really
appreciate
do
you so much.
we appreciate it a lot, and so it's only our second episode and we have a lot more ideas that we're going to bring to the table,
Man,
and a lot more
even the
things.
views, we didn't think, man, I will have so many views.
Because I don't mean to brag, but I'm using you guys
No,
to brag, so I can brag.
you
Because we're the Old Yet New podcast, so it's difficult finding us on YouTube. So I searched the Old Yet New podcast, and I found
views,
and
man.
I found another podcast called the Old New
And
or
they
something.
had so many experience.
That thing was
I think 2 years now.
No, yeah, but it's 2 years experience, and I'm not talking bad about them. If you do find them, I'll even shout them out. Subscribe, watch whatever they have to bring to. I haven't watched them personally, but they had 66 views in 2 weeks time, and the last time I checked we had over 50 views, and it was like 3 or 4 days. So thank you guys so
Thank you
much for the help you guys are giving us, and we enjoy doing this. It's one of our few pastimes that we love bringing entertainment, and it's only our second episode, but we are very humbled by all of you guys that at least give us even if it's an hour worth of attention and watches our podcast, refers it to someone. We really do appreciate it. So me and Maji are gonna sign out.
Thank you very much.
Until next
for
week.
being part of the journey, guys.
Yes, and
I appreciate you so much.
and it's gonna be an amazing journey. I have a good feeling, and then at least next week we'll be fully lit. We'll at least be able to see ourselves until the end of the podcast. So
Ciao,
to all of you guys, peace out and good night.
Thank you.